I'm trying to raise funds for my son's legal defense. Why should you care about my son's defense? First, because my son, Michael Armendariz, is a very talented man and has a lot to offer the world. He's a rapper and was on the verge of signing a recording contract at the time of his arrest. And he's also a talented poet and writer who's been published several times. But let me explain a little of the situation to you. This could have happened to anyone. My son went with his best friend to the bar to celebrate his best friend's engagement. And they both had their girlfriends with them. They were dancing, they were having a good time. And when they got up to leave, they were at my son's car when all of a sudden they were rushed by a group of about 6 people. The main focus of these men that rushed them seemed to be Nestor, and they were beating Nestor, but one of the men was holding Michael down, was actually sitting on him to keep him from being able to help Nestor out. Nestor was in very serious shape when my son finally was able to get away from the person who was restraining him. They were choking him, and Nestor's eyes had rolled into the back of his head, and his feet had been twitching, but they had stopped twitching when Michael was actually able to get up. Now, in the process of this altercation, a man died. This man, we later found out, was a deputy sheriff. One of the other men involved was a state patrolman, and the other people involved in this fight were all correctional officers at the prison, the local prison. Michael and Nestor had both been to prison previously. When they were younger, they had gotten into trouble. They were gang members, and they'd been in trouble before. But Michael had managed to turn his life around. He was working on a degree at UNM, and as I said, he was also a poet and a rapper, and he writes stories as well. This was not the only crime that Michael was guilty of, was trying to save his best friend's life. It was a serious incident. It wasn't just a barroom brawl. It was a very serious incident, and Michael was very afraid that Nestor was going to die. So this is why you should be concerned about this. This is why you should care. Michael was appointed a public defender who really was overworked and basically just wanted to get on to the next case. He didn't care whether Michael was innocent or guilty. He didn't care whether Michael won or lost his case. Michael was sentenced to 43 years for this. He has served 13 now. It's time for him to get a new trial where all of the evidence can come out. And that's why you should care.